Welcome to Ask a Member, a program of the Adrian Area Chamber of Commerce. I'm Ann Hughes, president of the Adrian Chamber, and it's my pleasure today to welcome Stephanie Weyenberg.
How do you do?
Good. It's good to have you here today.
Oh, it's good to be here.
Now, I purposely didn't say the name of the business that you own because there has to be a story behind us. It's not Maple City Floral or it's not Vine Street, it's Maple City Vine Street Floral.
Exactly.
So tell us about that.
Well, the previous owner bought the two separate entities, Maple City Floral and Vine Street Flower Shop, and he housed them under one roof eventually, and by the time we bought the business, it was Maple City Floral Vine Street, and we kept the name as well.
Just say it that way. Did you ever consider changing it?
No, we kind of go by Maple City a bit more than Vine Street, but actually when we bought the business, our lawyer suggested that we keep both names. So
Well, by then
we're all about keeping business.
Yeah, by then it was a recognized entity, so
Yes,
it was,
yes.
I'm sure, a good idea.
And we get people from out of town that will call and say, you know, oh, Vine Street, we're so glad to find you. So I think it was a good idea,
Yeah, I'm
other
sure
than
it
it's a
was.
really long name.
It is. So tell us about your own background with the business. How long have you owned it?
20 years.
20
This
years.
coming November.
Say
yeah.
that with a little more enthusiasm, Stephanie.
20 years.
Did you have experience in flowers before you bought it?
No. No.
Didn't you really?
My husband had lost his job, and our oldest son, we have 3 children, and our oldest son was going to be a senior in high school. And of course, you know, we tried to find another place for him to go, my husband to go, and we did put out feelers for close proximity to Michigan, because that's where our families were both from. But we never got the right fit for my husband. He would get calls for sales jobs and things he had never done before. So this became available, so we took it.
So did you work it together to start with then?
Yes, yes. My
Okay.
husband was involved. He at one point said there were too many women working there for him to, he didn't want to work with that many women.
Okay.
So, but he stuck around for a couple years, and then he went to real estate school and did various other jobs.
Okay. So tell me how you learned about the business. I mean, you bought a flower shop and you didn't know anything about flowers.
But
Or about,
my
you know,
husband actually had a connection with Gil Henry, where
Okay.
he was working. They rented some warehouse space from him, and Gil is the one that actually approached us about the business. And there were a couple businesses, but the one was way out of our league, and this just seemed like a nice fit.
So how did you learn? I mean, flower arranging and designing and all the other things that go into a business.
Votech, I'm real connected at Votech. That's a great resource
So did you take
for
classes
any
there?
business, not just, yeah. I actually worked there for a period of time, and it's a great resource, though, for any business. I mean, the business department, well, they used to have a welding department, which they welded a chair for me.
Okay.
But yes, they have a floriculture program.
Right.
So part of it is the flower, and part of it is landscaping.
Okay. So
And I'm
did-
still very connected. Most of my employees, or several of my employees at least, have been products of the classes over there.
Okay, that was going to be my next question. Have you
Right.
hired some of those students?
Oh yes, yes. They're just a great group. I've not been unhappy with, I don't think, any of them that I've hired. As I think back,
Oh,
they've all
that's-
been,
That's good.
yeah, I've had
So-
a pretty good experience there.
Tell us about what you offer,
Well, we're a full service florist.
which means
Well, we have, you know, we would do funeral work, weddings. Of course, we do fresh arrangements. We do planters, balloon bouquets. We do gift baskets, more like fruit baskets as opposed to the gifts. We have gift certificates available. As a matter of fact, First Friday, usually on First Fridays, we offer a 50% off coupon on any non-perishable item in the store.
Oh,
So
that's cool.
stop in and see us.
Okay. Now, you do that every first Friday?
Until we run out of coupons, yes.
Coupons or non-perishable items.
Right, there you go. One or the other.
What's your favorite product that you provide?
Well, I'm kind of attracted to the fresh flowers, I think. I think they're just so beautiful, and it can make people smile.
Yeah, we just talked to Joyce Sprunger from Boutique de Joie, and she talked about going to market and buying different lines and that. Do florists do that? Is there a florist market that you go to once a year?
There is in Atlanta. There's a venue that you can go and get quite a variety of ideas and whatnot. We also have suppliers in the Detroit area, in the Toledo area, that supply us with cut flowers, planters, plants. We can put together our own planters if we want, or single green plants. So we have people coming from all around this area that will deliver to us. So that's a nice.
What's your favorite type of arrangement to do?
I don't know that I have a favorite. I guess I kind of like the stylized, very few flowers, but maybe in a different configuration than a roundy or whatever.
Well, you did our annual meeting for us, and
Yes.
Sandy had found some pictures on
Yes.
the internet,
Yes.
and we ended up with a pillar vase with
Those
some
were-
water in it and a couple tulips going around the outside.
I like those a
and
lot.
And the floating candles.
I
We
did
got
like
more
those.
compliments on those that night. It was something different, out of the ordinary, and not terribly expensive.
Yes.
It was
Yes.
affordable and unique.
And then we recently did a function for the Bixby Auxiliary, and they brought in little teapots that we filled for them. And those were just real simple little daisy arrangements, but they loved them. And those were just the roundies. But I really did like those.
So you're open then to
Right.
ideas and suggestions from other
Oh,
sources
sure,
and the customers who come in, because
Anytime.
they kind of have the best idea of what they want.
Exactly.
And then you've got the expertise to
Well,
make
you have
that
to
happen.
keep the customer happy.
That's true. That's a good customer service motto. So you have delivery, I assume?
Yes, we do. We offer delivery, mostly, well, we call it county-wide, but I think there's a few places that get slighted. We don't necessarily go to Clinton. We don't go to, we do go to Morenci and Manitow Beach if we have to, and any of the other surrounding areas we deliver to. Blissfield, Tecumseh, Onstead.
It's expensive these days with gas.
Oh, yes it is. When I think back at what we started our delivery at and what it's gone to now, and
Yeah, you don't see many ads for free delivery anymore.
no, that's absolutely true.
It comes at a price, but it's usually worth it. So what you talked about your non-perishable items. Do you buy those already pre-made? Do you make some of those up
Oh
as
no,
well?
everything is made
You
at
make
the shop.
everything there.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, and like grapevine wreaths, silk arrangements. We have little statuary that, like little graduation people you could put on a graduation cake, or little baby items we could stick in an arrangement.
If someone walks in your shop and they look in the cooler and look at the flowers, or they look around the shop and they don't see what they want, can you get it for them or create it for them?
We sure do try.
Okay.
We
Okay.
will do our best.
Okay.
So, yes, ma'am.
So you've been in business 20 years.
Right.
If you were talking to a would-be entrepreneur who is thinking about going into some kind of business, particularly retail, what would you tell them? What one piece of advice would you give them?
Be flexible.
Meaning?
As far as your customers are concerned, to accommodate your customers, and things are constantly changing too, and you don't always like them, but you have to cope.
Okay.
So,
Okay. What have you learned from being in business for yourself?
well, I do like people a lot, which that's another important thing. If you were going into retail.
You really ought to be a people person.
Yes, yes. I think I just can't get over all the great friends I've made in 20 years. Only people I've known only through the floral business. I mean, it's not necessarily somebody I go to church with or somebody, you know, I see at such and such a meeting, but just, you know, John Q. Public, and all of a sudden you got a good buddy. So
That's good. Those
yeah,
are bonus blessings.
it is. It is
Definitely.
very good.
Okay, tell us again where you're located and what your phone number is.
We're at 155 North Main, which is right down on the corner from the chamber. And the phone number is 517-265-7103. Hours are 8:30 to 5, Monday through Friday. Saturday is 9 to 2 unless it's a holiday, and then we're open later.
Okay.
And we accept all major credit cards. We can't leave that out, can we?
And on First Fridays, people come downtown and visit you. They're going to
Yes.
get a 50% off coupon for a
Yes.
non-perishable item.
Yes.
That's a good deal.
We want them to stop in.
Okay. Stephanie,
So-
thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you,
care.
Ann.